Welcome to Tiki Central, Canada. Ever wonder what's in that cool, refreshing drink that you just have to have on that hot summer's day? Me too. Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He has left society. He has entered Tiki Central with palm trees, beach sand, blue skies, and God, get me a drink now. Here are your hosts, Craig and Cam, and their wacky views in drinks, life, and maybe information.
Hey folks, and hey, how we doing? It's Craig from Tiki Central Canada. I'll be your bartender, mixologist, and information for the hour.
So much knowledge.
Did you see the cheap effect in there? I did.
Yeah, I did, and I like that. Echoes.
Yeah. So there's no Cam today, unfortunately.
Yes, you can.
So who's keeping the seat warm for him? That's right, Mike and Dan.
Hello.
Woohoo! So Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are, other than the co-host today.
I'm a co-host now, and here and there, and yeah, I'm pretty regular. Don't do too much. In my spare time, I collect old tennis rackets. They're pretty easy to find at flea markets and garage sales and stuff like that. I got probably about 600.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have like a Macaro and Agassi? Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some signed ones too.
Some must be broken up pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of them are just stacked in the basement, to be honest. Some of them I don't even know the story behind them. I just see them at a garage sale for $2 and I don't mind if I do.
So if we're going to do any kind of air banding, we go over to your house because you have all
Absolutely.
the guitars in the world, right? There you go. That's right.
So?
There we go. And Dan the Man 10, and if you don't know what that is from, by the way, folks, every time I say that, that's from Good Morning Vietnam. So Dan the Man 10, Trivia Man, how we doing? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan. I host trivia. I'm Mike's brother, actually.
Yeah, fun fact, eh?
Yeah, it's a fun fact. I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? I totally forgot to announce that you guys are brothers.
We just assumed everybody knew.
Everyone just knew.
They can tell because we look similar.
It's true.
This is radio.
What?
It's probably a good thing.
What are all these cameras for?
That's for my own personal use.
Yeah, so Mike never lets me go and see his collection of
Tennis rackets?
tennis
I'm
rackets.
afraid he'll break them or steal them. Then I'll only have $599.
All right, so a little fun fact. We're going to talk about my my trip that I just came back from, which is Curaçao. And also, too, that the resort that I went to was called Sunscape Resorts. So I wanted to thank Norma and Kenneth, the bartenders that were there with me, and of course the resort itself. We had a great time there. We had an awesome time, and they took care of us for sure everywhere we went. And I'm definitely going to recommend to anybody. In fact, I'm going to put a link on the website for Sunscape. So if you want to check it out, go ahead.
So what's this delicious beverage you produced for us today?
So the drink we're going to talk about today is called the Chill Out. That's right. When you're
chill out,
all tensed and having a bad day, you need to chill out.
Is this infused with marijuana by chance?
No. This is from Carousel, so actually it is on the resort. So actually it is a drink from the resort that we got from there.
So where is it exactly?
So Curaçao actually is a Dutch island. It's actually what's called the ABC Islands. The Dutch. Just off of Venezuela, so it's about 60 miles off of Venezuela. So it's below the equator. So it's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. So every time I always mention Curaçao, people are like, what? Where is that? And I have to say Aruba as a sort of focal point.
Aruba.
Anyways, and also too, it's
Sorry.
it's a sing-along here in the
Beach
studio.
Boys
There we
moment broke out
go.
there.
Also, too, it's below actually the hurricane zone. So one of the great things about these islands is that they don't get any
They
hurricanes.
never get hit. That's fantastic.
Never get hit. So
Sounds like it's paradise.
it's paradise. It is paradise for sure.
Oh, very nice. What's in this chill out beverage?
So the chill out beverage, and again, it's another neon green drink.
Yes, yeah, it's very appealing on the eyes.
Yes. So it's 1 ounce of coconut rum. And it's going to be a ½ ounce of green melon liqueur. So
there's the green.
There's the green, the melon liqueur. That's right. And then ½ an ounce of vodka, and then 2 ounces of orange juice. You shake that up, mix it all up, strain it into a glass with fresh ice, and away you go.
It's hitting the spot for sure.
This isn't a tiki drink, I take it, and so why are we covering it today?
So the reason why we're not, I know it's not a tiki drink, but the reason why we're doing it is because Sunscape actually has it on their menu, and I actually was talking to the bartenders, and he broke it down for me so we can make it here today. That's why we're drinking it.
Ah, very nice. And
I appreciate the bartenders from Sunscape.
so how did you get the recipe? Which, do you have a specific bartender you'd like to thank for this recipe by chance?
Yeah, so Norma actually is the bartender that gave me down the breakdown on this recipe. Also, too, what it is really cool is that on Sunscape, they have a flyer for every day. So every day it tells you the breakdown of all the events that are going on the resort, be it for the kids or for families, and then the entertainment at nighttime as well, which is one of the reasons why we went back there. The entertainment at nighttime is amazing. So they actually have a fire show.
Oh, fantastic.
Where, real fireballs flying everywhere.
Spicy.
Caliente.
It was hot for sure. And so then anyways, one of the things they also do on this flyer is they actually have the drink of the day. And the Blue Monkey and the Chill Out are the two drinks that we actually came back with from those menus.
Oh, that's awesome.
On a little tidbit note, actually, I ended up mixing drinks behind the bar with one of the bartenders, Kenneth, and we had a great time. And they took pictures, and I had to sign a release to basically say yes, like they could use the pictures on the website. I know, I'm a celebrity now. I'm famous. Well, it's funny. So then what ended up happening was that they said, well, we'll make reservations for you guys for dinner. So I'm like, okay, cool, very cool. So we went to the restaurant that they said we can go for reservations, and the restaurant's full. There's like no tables. We're like, great, someone messed up, and no big deal. We'll just go get a table. So the host comes to us and says, oh, you're the famous bartender. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a bartender, but not the famous bartender, whatever. I'm not Don the Beachcomber or anybody. Yeah. So anyways, so they walk us through the restaurant to the back door of the restaurant, and actually out the back door to the beach. And then out on the beach is basically a table for two with a chilled bottle of wine, seeing the ocean, and actually seeing
Gary, eh?
Yeah, we had our own private waiter and everything, so we didn't expect that at all. We were totally blown away, and we had a great time doing it for sure.
What's the garnish for this drink? Is it anything?
So the garnish. So if you ever go to an all-inclusive resort, or even a lot of these resorts down in the Caribbean, most of the times it's usually in a plastic glass. So there's really not any famous garnish that they put with this. So what I recommend on this one is, again, like on the last one there, so we could do an orange slice with a cherry skewed on top. The reason why I want to talk about that actually is that a lot of the bars I said like they do is they give you a plastic, kind of like those party glasses, those cheap ones, the solo cups.
Red solo cup.
The sort of solo cups, but these ones actually are clear. So my recommendation to you, if you're traveling down and you're going to be on a resort or you're going to be somewhere in the Caribbean, to bring actually a thermos. And there's a couple of reasons why. So one is that the drink they give you is maybe about 6 to 8 ounces. It's nothing really big. And there's a line usually to get to the bar. So if you're going to have more than one, and you know you're going to because they're small drinks, then you bring a thermos, because then in the thermos you can put like 3 or 4 drinks in there and have a little bigger volume to work with, a batch to work with. Also, too, your drinks will stay colder longer, especially on the beach because it's a hot day. So, put a little bit of ice in there, and next thing you know, you've got a drink for a couple hours that's going to last forever. And then on top of that, also, too, you're not throwing any plastic glasses away. Snap! You're not throwing any plastic glasses away, so you're actually helping the environment as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What were some points of interest you'd like to share about your trip down?
Yeah, so one of the couple of cool things about Curaçao that are unique about this island is one of the ones that actually has a floating market from Venezuela. So like I said, it's only about 60 miles off of Venezuela. So these guys do is they actually, for fruit and produce, with their little boats, will come over from Venezuela all the way over to Curaçao. And it's kind of like the Byward Market we know downtown. So literally, all the guys are all lined up. They all have their tables, and they all have their fruit and vegetables on there. The fruit's insane. It's really fresh. Not like we get it here. Like
a lot of different stuff too, I imagine. Eh?
Yeah, like you don't see any green bananas. The avocados, they're probably about the size of a watermelon.
Damn.
Like, they're just massive.
Holy guacamole! That's big.
Holy guacamole there. Yeah, and the prices were insane. I mean, I like Dan's laughing at his own little joke there.
Funny.
That was a good joke.
It was a good one. No, it was a good one. Yeah, so they go there every day. So I think about it, they basically took about 3-4 hours to get over in the morning, and then they stay there all day, sell their fruit and vegetables, and then they basically ship back towards Venezuela at nighttime. So it's quite the journey, but yeah, they do it every day. It's pretty cool. The other one is also the oldest synagogue in the world.
The entire world.
The entire world actually is there, and the floor is made out of sand.
Oh.
There's no tile or floor.
They didn't have tiles back then?
Well, I guess not. Not in this one they didn't, no. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We didn't go in. Unfortunately, it was closed when we were there. So, yeah.
Was it the Shabbos?
Because I know me, because I probably would just enter and burst into flames. So, yeah.
They're probably cleaning the floor. It was floor cleaning day when you were there.
That's right. They're
Sweeping.
filtering the sand. Exactly, yeah.
Floor sweeping day.
They're raking the sand. Well, we got to make sure it's all nice for the wedding tomorrow. So there we go. Another thing that's really cool is the floating bridge. So on the island, there's a west side and there's an east side. So anyways, there's a bridge that you have to go across to get over from east to west. But down in the downtown area where Willemstad is, you also don't want to have to go all the way back out to the country part to get to the bridge. So they actually have what's called a floating bridge. And so what it is that the cruise liners and the tankers can come in and dock and do their business, but the bridge actually moves.
Oh, smart.
So it's actually the only operating one in the world that operates this way. And actually what I'm going to do is I'll put a link on there for that one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see that.
What's really cool about it is actually you can be on the bridge while it's moving.
Oh, nice.
So we're down there one night and things all lit up with different colors and stuff like this, whatever. And all of a sudden you hear a bell, which means, bridge is about to
Some business is
move.
going down,
Yeah,
eh?
it's going to move. So either if you're on it, you get stuck on it. You can't move. You can't go anywhere. Or if you're not on it, you can't get on the bridge. But it's really cool. So we actually took a video and we'll put that on the website as well. And so it's like the one and only floating bridge that is around the world. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Another thing that's cool there is it's a home of the Chi-Chi statue.
Chi-Chi statues.
Yes.
What is it, Chi-Chi? It's not the Chi-Chi pet there that grows the
Chi-Chi,
green
Chi-Chi.
things and you get to snip it up. Snip in,
That's
trim
right.
in
Simply
little
add water
bonsai tree.
and hair grows on top of my head.
Yeah.
That's right. Cheetah. So actually the word Chi-Chi actually refers to a respected elder, sister, or female relative in the family that everyone would go to for advice and for respect. So your aunt or your grandma or whatever. And so that in their culture, that's what the Chi-Chi actually means.
that's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I should get one made of my mom.
Well, there's no there's only one shape, one size. Not one size, but there's one shape. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty well standard.
It's pretty standard shape. Yeah,
So
yeah.
one will be of my mom.
So how are these statues made? Do they have like an interesting production?
So it actually they're molded, and then what ends up happening is that they're painted by the locals and by the homeless people actually of the carousel. Also, too, they do also have you can paint your own.
You can paint your own Chi-Chi.
You can paint your own Chi-Chi. They do have workshops where you can paint your own. And so, like I said, the money goes towards some good causes in Curaçao to help out the homeless.
Some like community causes and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah. Some local causes as well.
That's nice.
So it's really cool.
And if you paid enough, could you paint the Chi-Chi painters?
That's right.
That's
You can
why I
paint
say
the
Chi-Chi.
painters. That's right. So it'd be like the Blue Man Group. There we go. That's where they came from. There we go. They came from Curaçao.
They drank too much blue carousel.
Oh,
They
good
fell
one.
into the
That's
vat.
Didn't you just go see the Blue Man Group?
Yeah, we went to go see him on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's check.
It's an interesting show, isn't it?
It's something else,
It's one of those shows you can't really explain. And some goes, well, so what is it? Is it a musical? Is it a comedy? It's like, well, it's just everything.
Both, and it's very visually appealing. There's lots going on.
Yeah, there's lots going on, but it's almost like everything. It's a musical. It's a comedy. It's like a lot of talent.
It's like a skit show.
Sometimes it's a little bit scary, but
yeah.
that's okay.
It's a dance party. It's a rave. It's hard to describe, easy to love.
It's just an all-around good time.
For sure, yeah, no, for sure.
So back to these Chi-Chis. Do you see them only in Curaçao?
So no, actually, what it is that one of the cool things when we bought our Chi-Chi is that they tell you to go home, take a picture, and then email.
You took a picture of your Chi-Chi?
I took a picture of my Chi-Chi.
Can I see your Chi-Chi?
Only after hours, Mike. And weekends.
2 more drinks and there'll be Chi-Chis all over this place.
Chi-Chis all over the place. That's it, yeah. So anyway, what you're supposed to do is take the Chi-Chi to a significant place around your head. For example, like we took ours to Proud Hill.
Yeah.
You take a picture of it, and so then you send it back to them. So they actually have a website kind of photo album of like where the Chi-Chis have been. So like they've been to like Paris, the Eiffel Tower. They've been to New York Square. So you see them everywhere. Like, there's a lot of places you can actually see these Chi-Chis. Pretty cool.
Sweet. My Chi-Chi's been around the world.
Your Chi-Chi's been everywhere.
Been some places.
Places it should have been too, by the way. Might have had that, by the way. Yeah.
True.
So, what's the currency used in Curaçao to buy these chichis?
So the currency they use actually is you can either use USA currency. Every Caribbean island down there pretty much the same thing, USA currency.
Standard.
Or you can use the guilder, which is a Netherlands currency from
Dutch
Netherlands.
again, eh?
Dutch.
Oh, very good.
That's right.
Guleder.
Yeah, that's right. So that's the currency you use down there. So I hate to say, as a Canadian, it sucks because when I go to convert my money, I cry.
You take a hit, eh?
I cry. Yeah, I basically converted. I think it was $400 Canadian, and it came out to I think it was like $310 or something like that. It was pitiful. And the thing is, it throws you off too as a tourist because you don't realize the currency exchange. So I'll give you an example. So if I buy a chocolate bar down there, it's in U.S. currency, let's say example, like $3, right? You're like, oh, $3 for a chocolate bar. It's not bad. That's actually like $5 or $6 Canadian. Like, you don't realize exchange. So there's certain things we got, like trinkets and gifts and things like that. We got some chichis. And then once you go home and look at your Visa bill, you're like, whoa.
Where did that come from?
Dang, that was expensive.
So if you're down at the resort and then you grab one of these chill outs, what does that go for down there?
Well, the great thing about the resort we go on to and Sunscape is
all-inclusive.
Oh,
ding, ding, ding.
That'll save you a boatload of cash.
Dan's there now. Yeah, that's a great thing. So basically the food is all-inclusive. The drinks are all-inclusive.
Oh, fantastic.
So the great thing about Sunscape is they actually had a steakhouse. They had an Asian, sort of like a House of Kobe kind of routine.
A little something for everybody.
Yeah, and they had Italian, and they had a buffet.
Oh,
Nice.
Brilliant.
All right.
So what languages are there on this island? Do they speak Dutch?
So they do speak Dutch. They also do speak English,
That's
Spanish, Portuguese, and then their own language, which is all those languages combined, which is Papanito.
All of them combined?
Papanito, yes. It's their own language, and it's actually a combination of all those languages put together. So it's Dutch, English,
awesome.
Spanish,
That sounds like it might be a little bit
Portuguese.
hard to follow.
Well, the good thing about it down there, so when they graduate from school, public school, they actually have to know all 5 languages.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, that's brilliant. More places
So it
should
means
do
they have
that.
to know English, they have to know Spanish, they have to know Dutch. So it's kind of good because as a tourist, because think of it, the bulk of their income is tourism.
Yeah.
Then they can talk
And
to
those are
everybody.
some pretty major languages for the most part.
Well, it's good for me because I suck at Spanish. And so then anytime we go to a country that's like mostly Spanish driven,
A little harder to get
I
around.
have to ask
get
Norma.
by.
I have to ask Norma to speak for on
Oh,
my
she knows
behalf.
Spanish?
Oh, not Spanish like fluent, but she's pretty
Okay.
okay. She can get by. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's a good thing about that is that you can speak English there. Also, too, you can also drive on the right side of the road.
Nice.
So I
Convenient.
rented a car, so I didn't have to worry about it. The roundabouts are a little weird. So the roundabouts, actually, the people that are coming into the roundabout have the right of way compared to the people that are already in the roundabout.
Oh, that sounds
It's a little different, yeah. So
almost
you have to
not
pay
as
attention.
efficient.
You have to pay attention to where you're going. So yeah, but we had a great time there, and like I said, and yeah, definitely a place to go to for sure. Carousel, put on your map. Yeah, for sure.
Keep that one in mind for future adventures.
There we go.
Get my hands on some chichis.
I know Mike needs to get out of the island. He's getting a little too pasty here. He needs to get some down south there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your attention, please. Please follow the following instructions of this vacation to help you enjoy your trip and stay safe.
So we're continuing with this segment from the previous episode, and we're going to talk about some traveling tips from me and Norma. So let's talk about the day and night before and some things that you want to do, get ready for your trip.
Right. So kind of obvious one is to check in online within 24 hours of your flight to obtain your boarding passes. That's pretty standard these days. I think everybody knows that. However, again, another tip, things I've been, learning about just online and through forums and other things is some of these things I hadn't thought of, and we've traveled quite a lot and I hadn't thought of these things. But now as we're getting into the digital age, it makes more sense, right?
For sure.
So what you do is you take a screenshot of that boarding pass in case the Wi-Fi goes down or in case the systems in the airports are have gone wayward or whatever. I had done this previously, but I read about it while we were actually traveling. I'd read about a gentleman who he got to the airport and all of the systems were down, but he was able to board his flight because he had a copy of his boarding pass. Because the app was down, the Wi-Fi was down, but he had a digital copy still, or a photo, a picture of his boarding pass. So he was able to board a plane.
Exactly. And I actually want to add to that point. So when me and Norma travel, she does this, takes a screenshot of the boarding pass. But the thing is that on there is that it's on one phone. So what you want to remember too is when you're going through security or you're going through certain gates and they're asking for your boarding pass, if you have a person that's also on your boarding pass, like say you have 2 passes on your phone, then you make sure that they're with you because all of a sudden they can get lost in the crowd and next thing you know, they can't get through the gate.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because we almost got caught there, I think.
Yes, we did.
Going
in
through,
Toronto, where you went through, and I'm like, wait a minute, you have to give me your phone so I can get through the gate.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Because I have it on mine.
That's right.
Yep. Another point, I don't know if you want to introduce this or not, but we often travel to Caribbean destinations, sometimes with charter flights, and many of these flights leave at horrible, ungodly hours, right? So you've got to prepare the night before. Right?
Exactly, the red eyes.
Yeah, so, 3 o'clock
God.
in the morning, we had to get up, I think, this time. It's just horrible, right? Anyway, so pack all your luggage items before, obviously. Don't get up at 3 in the morning and then start packing. You want to have everything done. Weigh your luggage before. You don't want to be at the airport pulling out a sock going, how much does this weigh? Thank you, what's his name
Sebastian,
there? Sebastian
yeah.
Maniscalco. Does a sock weigh 2 pounds? I don't know.
And that's actually a good point because actually a friend of mine, he's going to Florida this next weekend, and he was talking about that. He's weighing his luggage, and he says, Craig, you know what the crazy thing is? That one luggage could be 52 pounds, and the other one could be 48, and they're still going to charge him.
Yeah.
Even though it's 50 and 50.
Well, and look at when we were coming back, we weighed our luggage. So you bring the scale with you, people, right?
Yes.
You have to bring the scale with you. One of our luggages was, 40 whatever pounds. Mine was 57.
Yeah, because she has a very
it's,
big luggage.
It's never that well.
Right.
When you pack rocks from the tropical island in your suitcase, it kind of gets heavy.
Maybe the rum too. Kind of
the 5 bottles of rum, yes. So that, all the heavy stuff was in mine. So mine was way overweight. So we had to do some repacking. Anyway, weigh before you go and weigh on the coming back as well, right?
Exactly, yes.
So before you go as well, lay out your clothes for the next morning so you can just get up, wash, and get dressed. You're not going, oh my God, I need a sweater, and you can't find your sweater and it's 3 a.m, right?
Exactly.
Again, some of this is kind of basic, but I don't know that everybody does all this stuff.
No, I'm talking to people. This sounds like simple information, but a lot of people actually don't know how to pack and how to get ready for a trip. It's amazing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Set more than one alarm so you don't sleep through.
Oh God, yes.
I
remember Home Alone.
Yeah, well, exactly. And Home Alone 2.
We did it again.
Exactly. So set everything out. Be prepared. It's going to alleviate a lot of your stress if you try to be prepared.
I think also the other point I want to mention here too is that actually I caught this one on another forum that you were talking about is get some sleep the night before, because even though you might have only an 8-hour flight or 8-hour, from airport to airport, all of a sudden if you get a cancellation and you're stuck there for another 10 hours, now you're almost been up for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? Like the fatigue kicks in, you're stressed out, your anxiety is going to kick in because you have to figure, okay, what am I going to do next? So prepare yourself, get some sleep, make sure you're well rested. And also too, like snacks. We always do snacks all the time packing in our suitcases. So that's one of the big things I want to add to as well.
Yeah, and in the carry-on as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're never hangry.
So you want to travel comfortably. And if you know me, I travel very comfortably when it comes to the day of flying. So you want to wear something very comfortable. So break this down for people.
Well, this is actually a health issue, right? If you are wearing constrictive clothing, this can actually be a physical health issue. And I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not going to go into all of the things that can happen. But it's not going to be comfortable to sit in a cramped seat for 4, 5, 6, whatever hours, let alone try to sleep or what have you, or eat. It's not going to be comfortable. So wear things that are going to be easy to put on, take off, wear layers, obviously, so if you're hot, you're cold, you can adjust. Wear comfortable things like slip-on shoes so you don't have to worry about tying your laces. And, this doesn't work for everyone, of course, but this is what I do. I wear slip-on shoes, loose clothing, nothing complicated.
Well, this last trip is hilarious. So she actually had a scarf that she was wearing, and she didn't want to wear it, so I wore it. And I told her about halfway through the flight, I'm like, oh my God, I am so hot from this one scarf. That was all I was wearing, was this extra scarf around my neck. And it was like, it just generated heat for me instantly.
You'd be surprised how much a scarf could actually keep you warm. So I wear like a tank top or something. I wear like a long sleeve sweater and another sweater, and I wear a scarf.
Yes.
But then I can take it off if I need to, or if I'm cold, you can wrap it around you in a different way so you actually stay warmer. And it really will help because, what you need to be doing is putting that little air line air vent
air, yes.
right on you, like somewhat on you, sort of in front of your face, right? That's what they say. Put it in front of your face so the germs blow away, and then you might get cold because it can be breezy. You just can never tell if it's gonna be hot or cold.
Right. Actually, Norma gets her air, and then she gets my air.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. Oh my god! But no, it's and you think this is a very simple tip here, but I don't know how many times I've gone to the airport and seen guys in like 3-piece suits, got girls wearing like 4-inch heels, and tight pants and stuff, and I'm like, okay, you could be stuck in this outfit for like 24 to 36 hours.
That's right.
Do you really want to be wearing that?
Yeah.
And so you'll see me at the airport. I'm the guy wearing like the cargo pants with all kinds of pockets on the side, so I can put things in different pockets.
Yep.
A t-shirt, a hoodie. So yeah, exactly, layers, and I don't even wear a jacket.
Yep.
So that makes it just so much easier for on the way back and on the way there. I just simply peel off a layer, and then on the way back, I just put a layer on, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, we're Canadian. We tough it out. We don't need a jacket. I just need a scarf and my gloves and my hat, and I'm good to go.
No, wait a minute. I go get the car.
That's right.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's right.
That's right. I go get the car, I dust it off, and then she sits at the terminal waiting for me to come by.
Yeah, in the cold terminal.
That's right. Okay, cold terminal.
Thank you, and enjoy your flight.
That is our show, folks, and we wanted to thank Mike and Dan for coming along, of course, as usual.
Thanks for having us here.
Great job replacing Cam while he's gone.
Trying our best anyway.
So it takes like basically the two of you to equate to Cam.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's a big personality.
He's good at what he does.
There you go. He tries. You guys do an awesome job, for sure. For sure.
Thanks
Yeah,
for having us. It's a lot of fun, and I like participating. Learn a lot every day, so.
There we go. So now Mike's going to go into trivia going, I know the answer. I know the answer.
That's true. It's my secret weapon.
Oh man. I knew I should have been writing in invisible ink.
Spill the beans.
So we are www.tikicentralcanada.ca, and that's all one word.
All one word.
All one word. And on there you'll see pictures of me and Cam. Sorry guys, you're not on there yet.
He doesn't like us that much yet.
No,
He's still in the trial phase, I guess.
We'll go to next. Well, hey, it's just like school. Next year's photo album, you'll be on there. Here we go.
Picture day is coming up.
That's your picture day. Woo!
Gonna wear my nice shirt.
I'm gonna skip.
And so, anyways, on there you'll see also recipes, episodes, and also too we're streaming the show live if you want to. There also is a spot for comments and questions. So if you have questions for Cam, me, or hey, Mike and Dan
about their questions,
especially Dan about his Chi-Chi, then yes, you can answer this. We'll definitely get some answers.
I answer questions.
That's right. Oh, that's right. He's trivia man. He asks the questions and he gets the answers.
It's true. I'll ask you a question. You ask me a question, I'll ask you a question.
There you go. Is that how you date too?
Yes.
Like it's like the first date's like,
It's just a series of questions.
series of questions. And then you tell her if she's right or wrong. It's like
you answer with a question.
Wrong. That was a bad answer.
That's wrong.
Where do you
Bad
want
answer.
to go?
So
Where do you think I'm taking you?
So basically, you answer the question in the form of a question, like the same question, but in the form of a question. Then
Never-ending loop.
it's a never-ending loop.
That is correct, Alec.
That's right. So, oh my God. On that note, I guess we're going to go get some more drinks, there, guys. So we'll talk to you later next time for sure. Please stay tuned. And hey, guys, say bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice evening, everybody.
Well, I don't know about you, but I got informed. Guys, hey, guys, where's my drink?
Do it better.
Okay, Arnold.
No, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
I'm ashamed of myself.
I'd like to leave now.
You're not man enough for that one. There you go.
You sound like my mom.